Let me tell you about this girl, maybe I shouldn't. I met her in Philly, and her name was Brown Sugar. See, we been making love constantly, that's why my eyes are...
Hey girls, welcome to another regular Black Girl vlog. I'm Dominique. If you're new here, welcome, and if you're returning, welcome back. Happy Friday. First off, let me say that it's Memorial Day weekend, so that means we have a long weekend. Thank you, sweet baby Jesus, for this long weekend. We had a half a day today, and I don't go back to work till Wednesday because I took off Tuesday a long time ago when I thought I might be going somewhere for this weekend. So yeah, we're off today through Tuesday, and that is just a blessing. So I don't know really much of whatever we're getting into because my pool isn't open yet, but hopefully we'll be in somebody's pool by the end of the weekend. Right now though, I'm headed back to Ebbs. If you watched last vlog, we had adult field day at Ebony's house for her birthday, and it was so much fun. I don't think that we're doing adult field day today. I think we're just cooking out, but with that group of people, I'm telling you, you gonna laugh. You gonna get you a good laugh each and every time. So I'm about to head to the liquor store. I know it's about to be flooded in the liquor store. I should have went yesterday, but whatever. Head to the liquor store. I'm probably gonna get some what do you call those things? High noons. Have you ever had high noons? I think I've showed them in the vlog before. They're like kind of like seltzer water where you can get them with vodka or tequila. I like them. They get you right where you need to be if you ain't trying to take shots and stuff. So I'm gonna get some of those and probably some wines because I told y'all be on the wine kick. I'm not trying to have a repeat of man down situation like I did last vlog. So come with me. We'll go to Ebb's house. Not sure if it's gonna be just the girls or it's gonna be a whole shindig, but I'll take you along. Yeah, and we'll see what we get into for this weekend. Happy Friday, Memorial weekend. The liquor store surprisingly was not bad. Everybody pulled up at the same time, but I was in and out. Sib's pulling up now. I just got the Ebony's house, but these are the high noons that I was talking about. Don't look at my nails, they look terrible. But those are the high noons. Let me go in. I'm not gonna get too lit tonight because I got to drive home. I left my car at Eb's house last time, and I got to drive home on my own this time, so I'll just be sipping these slow. But I'll check it in a second. Chef is back at it. Look. I'll be back. Once again, forgot to show my plate, y'all. Just know it was good. We had Chef Amanda on that fish. I don't even eat fish like that. That fish was so good. I ate every piece of fish. Okay, can on the corn. I ate that yet. I'm gonna give me another plate. And the what's the dip? Oh, the rotel dip. I ain't get no rotel dip either, but the burgers, the chicken, the fish. That fish was. I'm sorry, didn't get to see it, but I didn't get a hot dog. But I'm so full, but I gotta let it digest because I want me some more. Oh yeah, I'm getting some more. Don't get no more. Yeah. Well, I forgot you was what you call an assistant. What's the fat doctor? My 600-pound life. Yeah, the cup made people back away from the table. No, that food was good. Howdy. So you guys didn't miss much from last night. I don't know what the last thing I checked in at, but it wasn't like adult field day like it was the week before or the last vlog. It was just more of like the girls got together and cooked out on the grill. Today, me and my man got up and walked the trail. It's a trail near my house. We walked that, and then we went to the gym first and did abs, and then walked the trail. Came back, I redid my nails. Again, I'm indecisive, so now I have the tips back on. Last time I had just like a gel manicure, and yesterday I did them and they turned out super terrible, so I took them off and redid them today. So I did my nails when we came back from the gym, and now we are showered and about to go out for a night on the town. This is our meet-iversary weekend. We met last year Memorial weekend, and so because it's our meet-iversary, we're about to go turn up. We're about to go get something to eat and see where the night takes us. So maybe I'll vlog. Oh, he doing a butterfly, y'all. Maybe I'll vlog, maybe I won't. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But just want to check in and let you know what's happening. Happy Memorial weekend. Hope you're getting into something fun. I really wish we could have been by a pool, but hey, we got all summer for that, so. Sunday fun day is at 65 today, y'all. Kind of forgot it was Sunday. It was supposed to be cooking, but the point was to spend time together. So we're at 65. About to bust it down.
No, you're not wearing that again. That's
idea.
how we did Sierra and these.
Hey girls, hey. I know I look crazy. I just woke up from a nap, and also these braids are about to come out. So these are the last look with the black braids. I got these done 2 months ago, March 22nd. It is February 28th. I mean, it's February. Lord, I should go back to sleep. It is May 28th, and so that makes a little over 2 months, a couple days over 2 months. I'm getting them done again on Friday, and Deja is coming to do these, and the girl's getting blonde. So I'll probably check back in when I get the blonde braids. I'm so excited. I'm kind of nervous now that it's getting closer, but I'm also excited. But yeah, I am taking these out right now. I'm about to drape my couch with a sheet, give me some plastic bags, cut these bad boys out because you know my hair ain't nothing but this long anyway. And then I went to Ulta today and got some of the Sacred stuff. So I have not gotten on the Sacred bandwagon yet, but I'm about to today. I've heard good stuff, and I wanted something to like really clean my scalp. So I went there for this specifically, and then I was like, let me just get the whole line basically. But I didn't get the whole line. I just got 3 things. But I got the clarifying shampoo and scalp scrub. Then I got the hydrating conditioner, and then a moisturizing deep conditioner. So I'm probably gonna let this sit. It say 30 minutes, but who really lets conditioner sit only 30 minutes? I'm probably gonna let that conditioner sit in, if not overnight, for a couple hours, because I want to make sure my hair is really moisturized and hydrated, and you know, before I just slap some braids back in them. So yeah, I'm probably gonna look like chicken head for the next 2 days, but it'll be all right because we're gonna look like somebody by Friday night. So yeah, last look of the braids, or the black braids. New look coming soon. Y'all, I look a hot mess because I took them braids out last night, and I don't get my hair done till tomorrow. But this ain't about me. My man just surprised me with some flowers. So I wanted y'all to see. Every time, it's like I get so excited because they're always so beautiful. Yes, to surprise flowers. He gets it. He gets it, girls. We gotta talk. I know I might look crazy. I feel like I always say that, but I really might look crazy because I just woke up from a nap. Y'all, I haven't checked in. This is day like 4 or 5. Actually, really only day 2 with my braids because y'all, after I checked in with my flowers, that was Thursday. Felt perfectly fine all day Thursday. Perfectly fine. Like not a fiber in my body fell off, right? Woke up Friday morning at 2 a.m. with like aches, like my ribs and back hurt. I really was chucking it up to my mattress. I'm like, dang, I need to get me a new mattress. Or I need to get me a mattress topper or something. My body was hurting. That night I couldn't sleep. I didn't get like 2 consecutive hours of sleep. I was just really uncomfortable. I'll be hot, then I'll be cold. Just off, right? So that morning I woke up and I was just weak. I'm like, this is weird. But I didn't feel like sick. So the girl was coming here to do my hair. Got up, did my skincare, got dressed, whatever. Y'all, as she was doing my hair, Deja, shout out to Deja. My girl did her this night. Hold on, get into the braids real quick. I don't feel like taking my ponytail out, but the braids they're cute. I love the color. Anyway, Deja was here doing my hair, and when I say I started going downhill, I'm talking about nauseous. I'm talking about body aches like crazy. I was so cold that I was convulsing. Like I could not stop shivering. Head was hurting. Like I was just everything, like the ribs hurting, and then I'm sitting in this chair. Like all I want to do is just bundle up in a bed and go to sleep, but I'm sitting upright, so that's already uncomfortable when you sitting like that for hours. But then like your body hurt. I'm like, oh God. So she like, do you want me to stop? I'm like, no. she like I can come back. I'm like, because I'm like, what am I gonna do about my hair? She's like, I can come back. So I'm like, let's thug this out. I ain't never halfway had my hair braided because she had started with the front. I think in her mind she knew we wasn't gonna be able to get through it. She started with the front, and then she did the back, and then the middle was what we had left. So I'm like, how long we got? She like 2 hours. I'm like, ain't gonna be able to do it. Ain't gonna be able to do it because we had 2 hours, and she had to put the human hair on the ends. I'm like, yeah, no. So we went to urgent care. Me and her ended up stopping. My boyfriend came, took me to urgent care. Y'all, in urgent care, mind you, I told you I was freezing all day, had socks on, sweatpants, sweatshirt on, getting urgent care. I'm sweating. My back is sweating. But I have all the same symptoms: head hurt, body hurt, and nauseous, whatever. Long story short, it was a UTI, and aggressive onset UTI. I have never had a UTI before, and it could be asymptomatic. So what they were thinking was maybe had a UTI. It was asymptomatic for a couple of days, and that was it getting worse. If you don't know, a UTI can lead to a kidney infection. A kidney infection can lead to sepsis of the blood, and you can die. Like women die every year, especially like older women, not like 30 women, but like 80s, 70s women, die every year from sepsis. And young women do too, but like it's more common for an old lady to die because you don't know that's happening to your body. Like I had no clue I had a UTI. There's several causes of UTIs. I don't know what the cause was, but you ain't got to worry about it being caused again. Because when I tell you all weekend sick as a dog, sick as a dog. I don't know where that saying come from because dogs don't be sick. Like, what I mean. But sick as a dog. Wasn't eating nothing, and I'm the type of person that can still eat when I'm sick. Like that Friday, I still was like, well, I'm hungry. So I had ordered some wonton soup, ate a little bit of that to feel satisfied. The next day, couldn't eat that. My sister came over with my prescriptions. I don't know if I said that before. They had to give me a shot in the butt first. Gave me a shot, then they gave me an antibiotic I gotta take 4 times a day for 7 days, which is exhausting because that's a lot. And they gotta be 6 hours apart. So I'm having to take one like right before I get to bed and one in the middle of the night, which breaks my sleep. That was another thing too. Sleep was not great. So I ended up getting something to be able to go to sleep because I was just just uncomfortable. So I don't know where I was in my story. It's just terrible thing. Like if you ain't never had one, pray you never get one. I felt like I was knocking on death's door, and I'm not exaggerating at all. Like I feel like now in my older age, I'm getting really sick like once a year because I don't know if y'all remember last year Blake's birthday. I had some type of stomach bug where I was just throwing up everything. I couldn't keep water down. I couldn't keep nothing down, and I think that was just a stomach bug. I never went to urgent care for that, but this. I had to go to urgent care because I felt like my body was shutting down. And quite frankly, it could have started, I suppose. Like, I was all on TikTok. My sister was like, do not watch another TikTok. There were some girls my age, younger, whatever, that ended up in the hospital because they ignored the signs of the UTI. And I guess felt like they could pass it on their own. Maybe this was something they were familiar with. This pain that I was feeling, like in my ribs, in my back, like, that ain't nothing I felt before. And I knew like I wasn't sore from the gym or nothing like that. And it was an aching. It wasn't like a just sore to the touch. It was like a persistent ache. Y'all, thank God for his healing powers. I said today, so yesterday was my first day feeling like, okay, I'm back. I'm back in action. Like, she girl came back, Deja came back, did my hair, finished my hair. So I was trying to clean up a little bit and I got winded. That was another thing. As I started feeling better, I just weak. When I say anything is exhausting, weak. So when she left, I was like sweeping up hair, got my Swiffer out, wiped down my counters. Tired. But I didn't feel sick. So I was still rejoicing in that. Today I feel good. Today I feel like I'm me. The only thing is when I came home, I did have a headache when I came home from work. I had a headache. excuse me, I had a headache. So my sister, when I told her to get me something for sleep, she got me, like, what is this? Like, naproxen PM, like, so pain relief nighttime sleep aid, because this weekend I knew I wasn't doing that but sleep. That's the only thing that made me feel better was to just sleep. So she got me that. That's the only pain medicine I got in here. So I took that just now when I got off work and been in here knocked. 7:30, I'm about to eat something. But I want to check in. I do love my braids. These are the medium. I don't know if you can see the size. Medium boho knotless braids by Deja. My baby hairs will fall out. Here soon. I'll take hair. No time for the braids. I mean, braids. No time for the hair to fall out. I think that's what I want to say. I like them more as they get older. They aren't very small. So we'll see. I'll probably keep them in for a couple months. Maybe get it front redone. We'll see how it goes. But right now we're back in action with some braids. Just want to keep you guys up to speed on what's going on in my life, because that took a turn. In the blink of an eye, your whole life could change. Because that's how I felt to me. Thursday, my sister was over here with Blake. Like, we was playing, me and Blake was playing. No issues. Went to bed, got in the shower, went to bed, and woke up like, whoa, my God. Thank God for an able mind and able body, a healthy body, like the underrated blessings, like the blessings that we forget to say thank you for. The fact that you don't feel no aches in your body. The fact that you don't feel no nausea, don't feel no, like, when you in your sick bed, you thank God for all the times that you wasn't sick. So I'm not playing with you. I'm grateful today that I feel good. Sleepy, but good. Hey girl, hey, happy Sunday. It's been a few days. Last I checked in with you, I was letting you know how sick I was last weekend, but glory be to God that I am no longer sick. I was not sick in that video anymore, and I have not felt bad at all this week. You really take for granted your health until you feel bad, and then you're like, dang, I remember when I didn't feel like this. I remember when I was healthy and I was taking it for granted. I'm so happy to be feeling good. This weekend, you didn't miss much. I forgot my camera. I stayed at my boyfriend's and forgot my camera here, so I didn't have it to record. But yesterday, we had our monthly outing with the girls. And this round, we decided we were doing events instead of just going out to eat. Like, we love a good meal and a good drink, but we said, let's do activities. So last vlog, you saw that we went and did pickleball. And so this month for our outing, it was Simone's turn, and she picked a place called Lip and Pour. It is located here in Charlotte. If you're familiar with Charlotte, it's off of like Sardis Road. And what it is you make your own custom blend of like a lipstick or a lip gloss. It could be like a matte lipstick, a lip stain, a lip gloss. And it's supposed to be like a sip and paint where you drink and you make your lipstick or your lip gloss. Very cute idea. I don't know if it was executed well, because I felt like she offered us wine one time and it was this much and never offered again. I feel like for the price of the class, it was like $90 per person. For the price of the class, I feel like there should have been like a bottle of wine at your table, or unlimited wine. Wine not that expensive, but at least a bottle of wine for you and your group at your table, and you can sip as you make your gloss. But that wasn't the case. We got a swallow of wine one time. And I don't know if we were supposed to ask for more, but I just feel like she should have offered. I don't know. But the lip glosses and stuff, our group all made lip glosses. I don't feel like getting mine, but it's kind of still on my lips a little bit. I made like a really pretty nude. She was very informative about like how to make it, how to mix your colors, stuff like that. Cute little, I think that did get some footage, so I'll try to insert some of that in here from my phone. Won't be the best, but I did take some on my phone. Cute little area, aesthetics wise. Had all the tools that you needed to mix and pour. Also, I like the fact that it actually, once you were done mixing your lip gloss, you actually put it into a lip gloss like a little lip gloss tube, so it wasn't like janky that you gotta like scoop it out and plaster it on your lips. It's actually in a tube. You got to name it, put your name on the bottom of your lip gloss. So very cute idea. I just feel like for the price, it wasn't executed as well as it could have been. It wasn't as like, the vibes weren't as good as they could have been. For $90, I'm thinking it could have been like 40, 45. And that's on the high end that I think. I mean, I know businesses have to pay for supplies and all that, but as a customer, I don't feel like I got $90 worth of things. But if you're in the Charlotte area and you're interested in doing it, it is called Lip and Pour. She also has a mobile van, so she can do it at your like girls' nights or event, like pull up to events you're having. A cute idea to make your own lip gloss, but that's the most expensive lip gloss that I have, $90. That was an expensive lip gloss to make, in my opinion. But yeah, that's all I did yesterday. Then today, y'all, I checked out a new church. I've been wanting to try a new church for a while. Nothing on Union, love Union down. You know, if you've been here for a while and I used to do my sermon summaries, I love Union Church. I think PB is a great pastor. I love the way he breaks down messages. But it's something about the production of having to fight for a park, having to fight for a seat, having to get there. That like, I love that for them, that it's popular, and that I always say it's a good problem that it's so many people that you might not get a seat in there, and that you be in traffic forever trying to get in or get out. It's great that people want to come to church. I just don't want to deal with it. I don't want to deal with the fuss. And it's like 40 minutes for me. Like, that's a long way to drive to not get a seat, to not feel like I got fed the way that I want to feel fed. So I've just been kind of like wanting to find church that felt like old school, like felt like, you know, like where I'm from, you could just pull up to church. You could just go in there and get a word. Like, even if it's packed, you can go in there and get you a seat, get a word. Like, I want kind of like an old school feel, but that it's modern. So I had seen someone I follow, Jen, shout out to Jen if she's watching, that she goes to church very often, and she'll put her sermon summaries on her stories, and it just looked like, you know, she really enjoyed her church. So like last month sometime, I had asked her where she went, and she told me she went to New Zion here in Charlotte. So I had been saying for a couple weeks I was gonna go. Then Mother's Day weekend came, my mom was here. Then last weekend I was sick. I just hadn't had time to make it. But this Sunday, today, I went by myself, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. It is exactly what I'm looking for as far as like old school meets new school. They were singing like, I knew I was gonna have a good time in church when they started singing we're blessed in the city, we're blessed in the field, we're blessed when we come and when we go. That is like one of my top gospel songs. I be in there rocking when that come on. So like the fact that they played that, I like that we're getting some of that old school church feel music. No shade to like Maverick City and like elevation type worship, but like I be wanting to feel the soul of the music, not necessarily like hymns, but I want to feel like, you know, some of that in the music, like some of that soul. And so they sung great songs, and then the pastor, he not very young but not old, he's probably in his 50s, early 50s. Great message, and I like the way he broke it down. And so quick little sermon summary. I'm not gonna go all the way into, yes I am, I'm lying, sorry. So the sermon summary, the name of his message was Can You Stand the Rain? And he spoke from Matthew chapter 14 verse 22 and Matthew chapter 5 verse 45. And so in Matthew 14 and 22, it talks about how God told the disciples to get in the boat, and he would meet them on the other side. Long story short, and I'm paraphrasing, they got in the boat, they started to come up against a storm. As they were in the water, they saw a figure. They thought it was like a ghost, and they're like, what is this? The waters are raging, it's a storm, and this figure is coming towards us. Is it a ghost? And God told them like, no, it is I it's me. Like, I am that I am, or whatever. And so Peter, one of the disciples, was like, well, if it's you, if you are who you really say you are, call me to come walk on the water as well. Like, if it's you, you can do that. So call me. So God said, come. he went out, he started walking on the water. And as he's walking on the water, the storm is still storming. He started to pay attention to the storm and the fact that, oh my God, I'm walking on this water, and started to sink. So he's like, Lord, save me. And what happened is you took your eyes off of the one who made it possible for you to do this thing. And you started focusing on your storm, so you started drowning. So, God saved them, of course. They get back in the boat and the storm ceases. So he talked about the fact that in life, rain or storms, or in the Bible, rain or storms equate to like challenges, issues, things like that we face in life. And he also read from, like I said, Matthew 5:45, and in that scripture, it says something about like it rains on the just and the unjust. So it rains, in other words, on the saved and the unsaved, on the sanctified, unsanctified. Like no matter who you are, you're going to go through some storms in life. It's just that you got to remember when you're walking with God, sometimes it can get frustrating. Like he was saying, sometimes it's frustrating. Like you're like, I'm trying to live right. I'm trying to do right. And I'm going through the same type of stuff that somebody who ain't even thinking about God. Like they're not even concerned on where God is. And it seems like they might be living a little bit better life than me. Like I'm facing all these trials and tribulations, and I'm trying to do right. And he was saying, like, in the Bible, it says that it's going to rain on the just and unjust. You're going to get storms. You're going to get rain. You're not, what's the word? I was on the tip of my tongue. I don't know. You're not like going to not face trials and tribulations just because you walk with God. It's just that you have to understand that it says the justified will go through the same storms as the unjust, or the saved and unsaved. You just have to remember that the purpose of the rain is different for those who are of God versus those who are not. The purpose of the rain, when you are walking in your walk with Christ and you have a relationship with God, is to it says the purpose of the rain will produce a harvest. Your storm has purpose. So it's not just going to flood you out. It's not just going to wash you away. It's not just going to drown you. It's going to rain, but from your rain, from that, it's going to feed your soil. You're going to produce a harvest. Make sure I ain't missing nothing as I'm talking to y'all. So blah, 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 blah. So he went in back to the story about how Jesus told them to get into the boat. And we have to remember that like Jesus is the one that knows all. So for him, like he was saying, for him to tell them to get in a boat, he knew when he told them to get in the boat that they was going to come up against the storm, right? But he told them he was going to meet them on the other side. So not only did he know that they were going to go through a storm, he knew that they were going to get through the storm. So sometimes God allows us to go through some things, but he knows, because he is who he is, that we're going to get through it. Sometimes storms are just necessary for various different reasons. Like God wants to test your faith. And I'm going to get to that point in a minute, but it was just, he brought up a good point. Like if your faith has never been tested, how do you know that he's worth trusting? Sometimes God allows you to go through stuff just so you can become closer to him. Like them going through the storm tested their faith. Like it made them have a different outlook on the fact that God can do these things for me. Like they may have had an idea of him before they went through this storm, but once they got through it, he brought them through it. They were like, oh, he is who he says he is. He said like the will of God allows things to happen in his will. Sometimes the will of God, not sometimes, but the will of God encompasses a few different things. And he said the will of God is perfect, it's purposeful, it's protective, and it's problematic to us. Like we're not going to always understand the will of God, but we have to understand that it is perfect, it is purposeful. It's a reason that he does the things that he's going to do, and it's protecting us even when we feel like it's not protecting us. I already spoke to this point, but I said you're sinking because you're looking at the storm and losing sight of the one that'll get you through it. Keep your eyes on the Lord. And so that's what happened with Peter. Like Peter was walking on the water, something that nobody's done before. He was walking on the water, and as he's walking on the water, instead of him focusing on God, like, oh wow, you really told me to come, and I'm doing this miraculous thing, he was still focused on the fact that the waters were raging and the storm was going crazy. So he started to sink. You can't take your eyes off of God in the midst of your storm. Like you can't be like, I'm so mad at God that he allowed me to go through this thing. I'm not praying no more. Like, it ain't no point. Like, that's when you're supposed to get even closer and deeper into your word. Like, you feel like maybe God betrayed you by allowing you to go through something, allowing you to lose somebody, lose a job, lose whatever. But it's like, while you're in the storm, and if these things are unfortunate and they don't feel good, it's not the time to take your eyes off of God, because then you will sink. I also put Jesus rescued Peter in the middle of the storm. This is proof that God can pull you out of it even when you feel like you're still wrapped up in it. Like if you're battling something or you're just deep in depression, like sometimes God don't even wait for the storm to be over. He just pull you up out of it. Like sometimes Jalen, Face Over Matter, always says she serves a God of 1159. Sometimes God will just do it when you think like, I can't take any more. Like this is it. Like God will just make whatever you were praying for or whatever you were waiting on happen, because he can do that. His 3 points of the whole sermon was: 1, storms are proprietary, which means they serve a purpose. Any storm that you're going through is specific or unique to you and your situation. There are some things that the Lord needs out of you that only the storm can get out of you. So again, like I was saying earlier, like he allows you to go through some things sometimes because maybe it's going to bring you closer to him. It's going to strengthen your faith. It's gonna, whatever the case is, there's a reason that he's allowing you, your family, or whoever to go through what you're going through. Every storm is a chance to strengthen your faith. If you didn't go through it, you wouldn't know that he could get you through it. That's just the kind of God we serve. God wants his credit. He wants credit where credit due. So you didn't just happen to get to the light at the end of the tunnel. He brought you to it. So sometimes you go through these storms just so once you get through it, you give all glory back to him. And then I had said what I said earlier: if your faith hasn't been tested, how can you trust it? Another point was, when crisis comes in life, you won't be able to borrow what you need to get through it. You will have to have it on your own. So like, you know how we grew up in church and your grandma know God and your mama know God and your aunts and uncles know God, and they know that God is on time and he gives you the things that you need. Like once you start going through the storm, you got to know that for yourself. Like you can't borrow your mama's peace, you can't borrow your grandma's faith, you can't borrow your uncle's trust. Like you got to know God for yourself to know that he's the one that supplies these things for you. And you got to be able to pull from your own bank of that. The second point was, storms are momentary. Every storm's only but for a little while. Like they got to stop. A storm cannot last forever. And so he told a story about how he always hated being in hotels. Still to this day, he hates sleeping in hotels. But when he was younger, he traveled for basketball, and they always stayed at the cheapest, dirtiest little rinky-dink hotels. And he said he always laid in the bed and was just like, oh my God, this is just disgusting. Get me through it. And he said the only thing that helped him get through those nights of sleeping in those hotels was he reminded himself, it's just for tonight. It's only for tonight. It's only for tonight. So that helped him. And that's how you got to think when you're in storms. Like, this is just but for a little while. This cannot last forever. This too shall pass. Like, it's momentary. It's not going to be forever that you're in this storm. And then his last and final point was, storms are necessary, which I've been saying this whole time. It was because of the storm that they got to a greater revelation of God. They realized, like, he is who he said he is. Like, wow, like, I can trust this person. After the storm, their faith was renewed. For God to move you from a maybe faith to a surely faith, sometimes storms are required. That's self-explanatory. Sometimes we have these thoughts like, yeah, God is good. Like, I believe in God. Like, we talk to people, we're like, I believe in God. I mean, just because that's what you feel like you're supposed to do. Like, you believe in them because your family, you've seen things done for other people, but you ain't had experience yourself with God where you can like really say for sure that God is God or whatever. But sometimes when you go through the storm, that's the purpose of it. He's taking you from a maybe faith to a surely faith. Storms graduate your faith. It's God that, what else? It's God's will that you go through the storm. He allows it to happen. And sometimes we struggle with that. Like, why would God allow these terrible things to happen in the world? Why would God allow these terrible things to happen to me? But there's a purpose that we may not understand until it's time for us to understand. And then he said a good point too, is don't die in a storm. God intended your faith to get you through. Like it's not, the purpose of the storm is not to kill you. The purpose of the storm is to strengthen you in however it's supposed to strengthen you, but mostly strengthen your faith. Like he doesn't want you to lose faith. He wants you to strengthen your faith. And he also said, what we have to understand is like everything is in God's time and not ours. So he did altar call and people came up there and he's like, for those that are praying and you want prayer over your storm and all that, and you leave out here and you still going through your storm, and next week you still going through your storm, you got to understand that the storm, God is allowing it, and it has to cease when God says it has to cease. When God says, like what I wrote was, the storm has to be obedient to the command of God. When he says enough, the storm has to cease. So when God says that's enough, it'll be enough. It'll be done. Because the storm, like, have y'all ever heard, I know y'all heard, I Told the Storm. That's what it made me think about. That's what this song of this sermon made me think about. I Told the Storm. And she says that in the song, like, it has to cease. Like when he says that, when God says the storm, it has to be done, like it has to be done. And you just have to put your eyes on him, your faith in him, and know that it's for a purpose and it's only for a moment that you're going to be going through that. And so he ended the sermon with the question, can you stand the rain? Can you stand the storm? Can you endure it for just a little bit longer? I thought it was phenomenal. I thought it was great. So I'm definitely going to be back to New Zion. I enjoyed the message. Like I said, I enjoyed the worship. I enjoyed the fact that I was able to get in there and go sit down. And it was packed. It was a nice crowd in there, but it still felt like your grandma church but modernized, if that makes sense. Like it was some aunties and uncles and some grandparents in there, but it was us in there too. And so I really enjoyed that. And I think I'm going to visit them a little bit more. So I hope you enjoyed that sermon summary. I definitely enjoyed the sermon. And I definitely feel like I needed it. I've been wanting to get back to church and get back consistent like I have been. I feel like that's a part of my life. I feel like that's about to sound really dramatic, but part of something was missing that I hadn't been doing, and that's what it was. I was consistently going to church and getting my word, and I hadn't been consistently for the last couple months. So we back in there. Right now, I've been talking your head off for 20 minutes, so I'm about to end, but I'm cooking some chicken. Sunday dinner, I'm baking some chicken legs, and I'm gonna cook some Don't Sleep on Margaret Home green beans and some rice, and that's gonna be Sunday dinner. So it's smelling good in here. I'm about to put me on some TV and chill out for the rest of this Sunday. I hope you guys are enjoying your weekend. Happy Sunday to you and yours. Hey, I'm getting on here to go ahead and officially, I thought it was red. Y'all will say, why my thermostat red? What do that mean? But getting on here to officially close out the vlog. I feel like every time I've gotten on here, this vlog, I've been sitting right in this spot, but this is my favorite spot on the couch. And that's why y'all know I was so pressed to have my couch up here during the couch saga when they act like they weren't gonna deliver my couch, because I'm a sit on the couch type of gal. So I'll be sitting out here enjoying my rant on this couch, you know? But yeah, I want to go ahead and close out this vlog. Didn't really do too much in this vlog. That sickness took me down. But next vlog should be very fun. This weekend, I am going to Wilmington, and I am doing home. If y'all don't know, I am from Wilmington. We're from Leland. Let's get it straight. I'm from Leland, which is across the bridge from Wilmington. 15 minutes. But anyway, I've never done Wilmington as like a tourist. And so my boyfriend's never been. And so we are going to Wilmington, and we are going to have a blast. That'll be some good content. We're doing the beach. We're doing some cute little restaurants and things, and really just getting the full Wilmington tourist summer vacation experience. So I'm going to go ahead and end this one now so I can edit it, have it uploaded for you guys. And the next vlog will hopefully be sooner than this one was. And it's some beach fun stuff. I'm really excited. I'm all for the next like 8 days, and glory be to God, because it's time for a reset, unplug from work. Work has been crazy. It's been busy. So I'm really excited to just take some time, chill out, woosah, praying for good weather, good vibes. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. As always, if you liked it, please be sure to hit the like button, subscribe, share, tell a friend to tell a friend, and tune in for the next one. Thanks as always for tuning in and seeing what I got going on. I hope you enjoyed it, and I think I just said that, but yeah, I'll see y'all next time.
Brown sugar, babe. I guess high off your love, I don't know how to behave.